Hello lovelies, it's Drew here and I'm here to talk about my first week with the Lunar course from Moondaughter. It's a 4-week course. I am taking the CMP, which is Accredited Metaphysical Practitioner course, and I am really excited to talk about my first week. So I thought I'd just get a little bit of the more problematic things out of the way to begin with, because it's been a fantastic and nourishing week with this course. I am absolutely so glad I bought this course, hands down, so glad. A couple of things that sort of were a bit iffy this week. One of the sort of exercises that she gets you to do is to go outside for 5 minutes at night time and spend time with the moon, and I kind of have and haven't done that. So I've spent some time with the moon some days, and other days I haven't. Um, I'm going to work with that next week. It's something that I need to get into feeling safe, because my property is very, very vulnerable, and I don't really like being outside at night time all too much by myself with the massive front yard that we have and with the people who walk across it. And so I haven't been doing that, and that is one of the questions that she asks you. And I'm going to be sort of keeping my question, or rather the questions and my answers, intimate and private, because this is something that I really want to do for myself as well. So I'm kind of giving you an indication now that I really would love more people to do the course so they can find it for themselves. And I think the questions or reflection questions are a major part of that too. And for you to kind of know the questions now kind of defeats the purpose of going through that whole process. Secondly, I I'm going to admit that I'm a little bit impatient sometimes. I have done many courses where the person running it has been very quick to answer their emails. It took uh, Marissa about 4 or 5 days to actually answer mine, and that was after I'd already sent an email prior to that asking her to add me to the study group. I haven't been added to the study group yet. It's been a couple of days as well, so I'm not too impressed with that. That's my own standards. My own standards are that if you're running a course, or or even if it's like a course that's already done and it's self-paced, I do believe that 1 to 2 days, 3 at max, is probably the limit. And if you know that you're going to be away, as a business person, I think it's really kind of necessary that you have like an automated service where you say, I'm going to be away for a few days, I'll answer your email when you get back, because waiting that long to ask questions, it can be problematic depending on what course you're doing. And my questions were pretty basic, but at the same time, I don't want to be waiting half a week to get a reply back for a question when the course is set up to be kind of weekly. So that was my major issue. I don't know if other issues going on with stuff in her life. That's not my business. My business is I bought a product and I would really love some feedback and assistance. I think it is quoted. I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure she said somewhere that she usually gets back emails sent back to you within 24 hours. So yeah, I'm not too sure about that, but that was my only sort of downside this week. That yeah, I'm a bit pushy when it comes to that kind of thing, because yeah, you pay for a course, you're paying for the assistance of the mentor as well. So, and that was that. But overall, I have had a really amazing week. So again, without going too much into the course material, and I have my flowy witchy garb on today because I thought I'd actually get this top out and wear it for a while, because what's the point of having nice clothes if you can't wear them out or in, as the case may be. Just love it. Makes me feel very nice. And I thought, very ritualistic that I completed this first week, and I'm really, really proud of myself as well. So yeah, like, I'm not going to go into the course detail, but I am going to show you and talk a little bit about what my experience has been this week. And I think the most important thing is the two things that I took from it and I really enjoyed. So, oh wait, there is one more thing as well which goes with this. One of the exercises that you're meant to do during the first week of the course is to find your restorer stone, and she offers you a meditation as well. My complaint with the meditation, it's kind of generic in the sense that, I know it's supposed to be for people who are starting out. I guess it didn't match with how I really like to learn or listen to meditations, but that's not my issue. My issue around that was that I had to listen to it at least 3 or 4 times because she didn't give you enough time to set yourself up. It was basically, bam, I'm into the meditation. Like, you're in this forest kind of thing. And I was like, well, close your eyes. But I tend to like meditations myself where it's like, make sure you're in a comfortable position. Let me count back for 10, stuff like that. Like to give you that pacing to relax and then go into the meditation. I find that if you're just jumping straight in there, I had to actually bring my computer near my bed, which I don't really like doing, but in order to actually listen to it, because I don't really want to do a meditation sitting in a chair, an uncomfortable chair. I like to do it on my bed. But anyway, that's something else to think about if you are wanting to do the course. And a meditation is not necessary. I didn't really feel like it added anything to my week, but if you're like just starting out with meditating, it might actually be quite good for you, but it was just kind of ho hum for me. So this is just my honest opinions, guys. So I ended up just grabbing all my stones, like all the ones I had at the time, putting them on my bed, and then kind of just hovering over them and picking a couple out. And then I just felt my way through whichever stone I needed. And so I ended up pulling out as my restorer stone for the week the moss agate. And I really love this stone. I haven't used this one in quite a while, so it was quite nice to pull it out. And I really love the way it feels because it has so much dents and sort of, I wouldn't say scratches, it just has a lot of character. And I really like that because it means that I'm focusing when I'm touching it on the cracks and the character, and it kind of makes me more able to like sink into the stone. And I do kind of spend a lot of time touching it, feeling it, grounding myself in its energy and its touch, because touch is a very tactile sensation. And for me, tactile things tend to ground me a lot faster and restore me to my root. So I'm really, really glad that I got the moss agate. It's been behind my bed. I'm a little bit tongue tied today, and it's very warm this evening. It's been by my bed, and I have been using it to help me sleep, and I have also been using it when I've been really high energy because I've been really creative lately, and I've needed to like get out of here and come back down to be able to rest, to be able to stay still for a while. And it has helped me maintain momentum when I've been out and about as well. So it has actually done quite a wonderful job as a restorer stone. And the other part of this course, as I showed beforehand, is that you are to chart uh, your moods and essences and things like that. So as you can see, and she sort of just says, do it your own way. So I've just been have like pencils next to my bed, and whatever I feel like the color is calling to me to talk about that day, I just color it in. And then I figured, once I go right back around to the start again, I can sort of assess what these colors mean to me and why I think they are like that, and whether the color meaning has changed with the essences of how I'm feeling. So that I really, really like that one. And this was to go with it as well, which again, I really like this one as well. I think you're supposed to color in the moons. I read it back a couple of times, and I'm like, color in the moons according to your emotions. Well, I was like, well, I'm just going to color in the boxes because, I started that way, so I'm not going to color the rest in because it would just look really weird for me. I'm kind of like, I need everything to look, like have unity, so, but I like it that way. And so I've charted my moods, and it's been very interesting to see how when I started at the start of this week, it was a very planning, creative mood, and up to last night, it was a very agitated or aggravated sort of mood because I was shifting into a different cycle and shifting into a different star sign and things like that. So it's been really fascinating um, to just document that, and it's really helped me see where my mood shifts as well, which I think is a more important thing for me, especially having depression, anxiety, and PTSD. It's really handy to sort of know when I'm fluctuating, like when I'm going up and down, and how I feel about that. And this is where the second part of it comes in, the moon journal. I have really, really enjoyed taking the time, 10 minutes a day, with my cup of tea, which I'm just going to have a sip of, where I tend to find the quote that I want to put down in the morning, and then I spend 5 to 10 minutes just sort of journaling about how I felt, what my mood is, and how it sort of relates to each other. But I won't go into too much detail with that. But I did really like a couple of quotes, so I'll share a couple of quotes. So one of them is, "Opportunity only dances with those who are on the dance floor," which I quite like that. And "The heart has a yearning for the unknown, a longing to penetrate deep shadow." And I really like those two quotes because they very much resonated with the energy I was in and the star sign that um, star sign astrological association that resonated with that. So I have found this moon journal to be very, very helpful this week. Not just helpful, nourishing, and it's also kind of given me just enough to wrap up my day. But if I feel like I want to expand on it anymore, I can go into my journal. So when I felt like I haven't really wanted to just do any journaling, it's been good to just have that like space where it's dedicated to how I'm feeling, what my body's going through, how that's all linked together. So next month, when I do the cycle again, because I'm planning on printing these out and keep on continue doing them, I am going to enjoy doing this again. And I think we're coming up to the first quarter, so that's exciting. I think that's really, really exciting for me. So that is that, and I do like the way she set it up like that because it looks simple, but it's really, really powerful, and it is about showing up, and that's something that I have struggled with, consistency and showing up for extended periods of time, like without going flittery and having like creative ideas and just going like, I want to do this course, I want to do this course, I want to do that one. I have done it in the past. This has really brought me back down to being dedicated and focused on less about the course itself and more about my intentions about what I want to get out of the course and what I want to discover, and being really, really flexible with that as well. So then I thought that I would show you a couple of other stones that I purchased this week, because I did find that one of the things that what I was using the meditation for, because I didn't really find it helpful to actually use it for its purpose, was when I was having dreams, I would use the sort of associations that she had to sort of have a basis of what stone I could work with. So I had a dream the other night that was in spring in the nighttime. So it talked about stones of new beginnings, fertility, cleansing, and purifying, and talked about the stones at nighttime. So like moonstone, ocean jasper, selenite, lepidolite, amethyst, labradorite, smoky quartz, blue lace agate, and whatnot. And then she's got the chakras. And so with using the wild unknown, I kind of use that as well with the color associations with the cards. So if I drew out a blue card, I would be looking at the throat chakra and working with crystals associated with that. So that I kind of worked with it in my own way. And I ended up purchasing a couple of stones too. I ended up picking up a citrine, which is more daytime, I believe. It was in the daytime. Yeah, because I wanted to get some daytime stones as well, because I do have a lot of night, moon, wintry stones. lots of yellow. I haven't really got many yellow stones, so I got yellow jasper, which I really really love. It's such a rich color. And then I got an ocean jasper finally because I've been wanting to get an ocean jasper for quite a while, and I finally got one. And that is more for the nighttime and a particular dream that I'm sort of working at, because this week as well, which I really have found fascinating, is that I have had a whole week of dreams where there's only two people in them, basically two people, and it's kind of been like this sequence of events leading up to this one thing that I'm covering. So, which is very, very, very rare for me to ever have a dream where, especially in consecutive nights where I dream of the same people, it's usually like I've mentioned other worlds and other beings, but this was very like I've had sequences where it's just been the same people and it's been a story through the whole week. So it's been interesting matching up with my cycles and the moon phases, how there's an underlining story that keeps coming through my subconscious mind for me to work with as well. And lastly, I'm a little bit out of breath. That's okay, guys. I'm sure you can forgive me. I have been working with the daily guidance from your angels oracle cards, which I'll just show you a few. I just draw them every night after I've done my moon journal for the day, and this is for the next day ahead. And they've been very on point, and I've been using the energy of them to harness how I can tune into the energy of the day, because usually I know the day before what star sign, what astrological association rather, that we're going to be in, what zodiac association rather that we're going to be in. And so I've been pulling cards that really associate with what I'm being told and what I'm feeling as well, which is normal for me, but it's added an element to this moon journaling and moon phases as well, adding a bit of celestial energy into it. So I really quite like this deck, and I think I'm going to use it for the rest of the cycle, the moon cycle, until I've done this course, because I think it's a really quick, very simple, but very powerful deck to work with as well, and with feminine and masculine energy. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that was a good update. I'm a little bit tired. I've had a couple of days where I've just been running on little energy, so I'm going to have a rest tonight. Oh, and I got a new dream catcher as well, if you can see behind me. I decided that for every month that I am sober, I am going to be purchasing a dream catcher where I can use it for the next week or the next cycle, and put my dreams and intentions into that as well, to work with my dreams in like an aspirational sense and an astral sense. So I'm really looking forward to that, and it gives me something to focus on as well. That is really empowering, and getting in touch with my femininity and things like that. Sort of like my ancestors and my body and the moon and dreaming and all that good stuff that I've been talking about this week. So it's been a really, really good week. So thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you later. If you want to know anything else about this course, I can put some links below, and you can also chat with me on Facebook. I'm at Drew Constance if you really want to know. Obviously not my intimate details or how I've answered the questions, but you know, if you're curious about anything else, you can always ask me questions. I'm happy to answer them, and I will see you all later. Bye.